I'm just gonna wait forever till you do the intro.
I'm waiting for my thing to actually start.
Lol. Well, guys, this is how professionals work.
What's good, guys? Dom's Gaming here with Slip Slapper Gaming, the twat.
Oh yeah.
And usually the podcast would be with Don and Vego, aka Jack. But he's been disconnected quite a bit, so he can't be with us today. But I will be telling you guys all of his predictions, all of that, while Eddie's doing his. So I will say Jack's first, Eddie that will then go with his, and then I'll do mine last. So, first of all, the Division 2 games.
Well,
Eddie?
is this predictions? There's not predictions.
No, it's not predictions,
You just said
discussions. By prediction, I mean like the standard MVP, MVPs, all of that shit.
Yeah.
So don't question what I'm saying, Eddie. Who done the intro this
question what you
episode? So who's the boss? I'm joking. Well, anyway, Division 2 games.
Oh yeah, I got fantasy points.
Who do you want to start off with Division 2? Philip versus Adam, Randy versus Cass, or Lotad versus Ray?
Team cast.
Okay, we're going with the Cass game. Well, not really much of a shocker, but I feel sorry for you, Eddie. Randy 2-0'd Cass. Game 1 was a stomp, Baka versus Sol. Game 2 was close, Fenrir versus Kronos. So, most people did expect Randy to 2-0, but they expected it to be close, so obviously Randy beat his top one rival in Division 2, which was Cast right now. Who next?
Well, did you want to talk about that real quick?
I'm just gonna say there's not much I can really say about this, as I don't know much about the game.
Well,
I'd be able to talk
one.
about it more in detail if I actually watched it. But yeah, game 1, I'll ask you, Eddie. Baka versus Sol. When you hear those matchups, who do you expect picked first?
Well, I don't know if you watched my match against Luke, but we had the exact same matchup. I went back, he went Soul, and it was an absolute stomp.
Okay, well, that doesn't really answer the question that was asked, but okay. I'm gonna guess your answer would be Castros first. There we go, there's the answer. So
Yes,
I'm guessing it was a counter
didn't really
pick for
hear your
Randy.
question.
God's sake, Eddie,
Yeah.
get with the program. I'm asking questions. Game 2, I'm guessing
Yeah.
Randy picked first on this one because Cass might have told Randy to pick first. Because Fenrir versus Kronos. Would you say that's a good matchup for Cass or a good matchup for Randy?
Who was the Fenrir? Was Randy the Fenrir?
Yeah, obviously because Cass loves Kronos. That should be kind of obvious, Eddie.
Well, here's the thing. That matchup is actually pretty even. I believe it leans a bit towards the Fenrir, but it's pretty even matchup. It could go either way, so.
That, yeah, and also Kronos is Cass's favourite god, so it has to be his best god, I reckon. So, yeah. Okay, would you prefer to go with Philip versus Adam? Or Lotad versus Ray?
Give me Lotus versus Ray.
Okay, well, it's a 2-0 stomp to Ray.
Ray stomped Lotus.
Yeah.
Give me the matchups then.
First game was Neath versus Medusa, and I watched this game through and completely left after the game and could not be bothered to watch game 2.
Who was playing the Medusa?
Lotad.
Okay, I don't get that. I don't get that.
All I know is Lotad has no gods, yeah?
Yes.
Free rotation had Medusa. I think it did. 1 second, let me just check. So
Yeah, it does.
obviously, I think that on that matchup, Lotad was probably trying to use a god that was in the free rotation, and
No,
Ray chose Neith. And Lotad, out of all of these gods, by the look of it, he only plays Medusa and Neith. I haven't
well,
seen him play any mage, any
here's here's
assassins or warriors.
here's the thing though. Medusa is pretty good in 1v1s. I don't know how he lost that, but whatever.
Ray's Neith was actually really good. He hardly missed a shot. Also, the damage being dealt was abysmal.
Well,
Like, he
Medusa
would
was still trying to use the
3-1
sword.
you when you're trying to ult him, yeah? So, like, you can be doing your charging your ult. He'll quickly 3 and 1 as he lands. Your ult still might not have gone off, or it might have. But before you can even move, your health has already gone down to 0.
I don't know.
And then second game was the one that I didn't really watch much. But that was Jingwei versus Neith.
No. Was Ray the Neath again, or was Lothar the Neath? Well,
Ray
obviously
was the
Lothar was
Neath
the Neath
again.
because there's no Jigway on free rotation.
Yeah, no, this
Wait,
was
what?
when he actually
Yeah.
he got a god.
So he was playing Jigway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
this game was closer than the first game. Like the first game, Medusa couldn't get a kill. Second game, Jingwei probably got, I think maybe 1 kill less. And the only reason why the game ended was because the last kill, what I heard from Daza when he was watching it, like the last kill. Well, actually, I don't think Daza was watching. I think Ray told Daza. But last kill, Jingwei used his 3 to charge in onto the Neath, and the Neath used her 1, and Jingwei's health went from full health to 10 HP, and then 1 auto attack killed the Jingwei.
well, that is
And I
pretty
also
good.
got told by my friend that at that point he got really upset because it was a good game, good close. Well, it wasn't as close as he had wanted it to be, but a good game. But he had wanted to use his. Yeah, it was 2 kills to 1. So yeah, 1 kill less, as I said. And the final kill was a kill that he's not really happy about. He told me that he wanted to use his ult, not his like jump move.
That sucks.
But
Well, it
it's a
happens.
game. You can't. It happens. You can't just turn around and say, "I wanted to do this. This should have happened." Blah blah blah. Unless you press the buttons a million times and it still doesn't happen. Well,
Well,
anyway,
let's move on to the third match.
yeah, Philip versus Adam.
How'd it go?
These games were quite close, supposedly, but Philip still obviously won 2-0 against Adam
Yeah.
because if you've watched the past podcast, you would suspect it because when Lotad was joining in, he had to play Philip and Adam for a seeding check. He lost to
Uh-huh.
Philip, yeah?
Yeah.
It was 2-0 to Philip against Lotad, but Lotad 2-0'd Adam. So you could suspect it was kind of obvious. Plus, by looking at these games, Philip played one of his favourite gods or best gods.
Well, who did he play?
First game was Chark versus Rajan, and I'm pretty sure Philip
Okay.
was the Chark
Okay. Who
because
won that?
Adam played. It was 2-0 to Philip.
Oh yeah, true.
I told you.
I mean, no, sorry. Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
Adam played Rajan. That was a close game, and game 2 was close again, and it was a Sun Wukong versus Bologna. Philip was the Sun Wukong.
Okay.
So let's
Well,
go with the Chark versus Rajan
I'm
match quickly. Who
yeah.
was first pick? Just out a guess from that matchup.
Obviously, I don't know, but like, there's no guessing who was first picked just from the matchup. But I can tell you how the matchup goes. matchup
Go on then. I was just
is
gonna say if it goes towards one person, he must have been first pick, like second pick.
oh, not always. Sometimes people are just dumb.
Unless they
They
both
can say,
chose their favorite gods. Like what I think
well,
they actually done, because Adam chose Rajan against Lotad week 1, and in the seeding, Philip chose Chark against Lotad. So in sight,
well,
they seem to be their favourite gods so far, because they played them in quite a lot of their matches.
I just think they are both not the best for 1v1ing. Both gods.
Okay, what about game 2? Sun Wukong
Um,
versus Bologna.
Sun Wukong vs Banana. Ah, I
Yeah,
believe.
yes,
Let
Adam,
me think.
like Jax just commented saying Adam loves Rajin and Philip loves Chark.
Uh,
I thought so.
I believe. Like obviously, Bologna is a very good warrior for 1v1ing, but I believe if Sun Wukong can cancel her out of her clear with his dash, then he might be able to take that matchup. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take a guess and say I'm pretty sure Adam put Philip first pick for that one, but that's just my guess.
yeah,
Okay,
probably.
now for the Division 1 games.
Let's
Let's
go.
go with Jack versus Dean first because I've got that down in a message right now.
Cool. Go ahead.
Shh, no one knows. Game 1 was Carly versus Thor. Now, as Carly is finally back, we can guess who played that.
Jack.
Yes, and it was a stump. Jack stumped Dean. Carly versus Thor.
Well, obviously, Thor is like I don't know.
And
Thor is good
I'm
against gods
saying
that
this
aren't
now.
very mobile, but I think Akali can keep up with
I'm
Thor.
pretty sure Jack was first pick for that one.
Yeah, well,
Mainly because of the next choices. Now this one
go ahead.
was pretty one-sided, Jack said. So I don't know if it means it was a stomp or if it was not a
Was
stomp,
it
but
2-0 for Jack?
yeah, 2-0 for Jack.
Go
I
ahead.
think he
What was
said.
it?
Mm, yeah, yeah. It was Alkwong versus Carly. And this is why I think the first game Jack was first pick. Because Jack was Alkwong and Dean was Carly. So I'm pretty sure Dean wanted to be first pick for that game and choose Carly.
Oh, interesting.
But then left
Yeah.
Alkwong.
Well,
So yeah. Okay,
win some, lose
second.
some, right?
Yeah, so obviously before we go to the second match, Eddie, matchups? Would you think they were pretty one-sided matchups, or
Um,
do you think...
yeah. Well, Kali versus Thor. Kali takes the cake because no, she's a beast in 1v1s and Thor is very low tier. Like, Thor is good against immobile gods, but if he has to go against the Kali, he just pretty much gets shot on. So, obviously Kali wins that. Then Kali versus Ao Kuang, it basically comes down to
Who's better
whoever chose
skilled?
the other one first. But I'm actually not sure on this. I would have to check that, but I believe Ao Kuang might be able to execute through Kali's ult.
The only reason
I'm,
why I'm gonna
I'm not
say
sure on
that
that
might
though.
be true is because Alquan can Alquan and Thanatos can execute through Kepriel as well.
I know, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, but you
Because on
could
Kepi
say
ult,
it
you
could
do
be.
die and then get revived.
Yeah, but you don't get.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say it might be somewhat the same.
Perhaps it's bullshit. Perhaps he can't. But well,
Well, obviously
can't
Jack
really
might
prove
comment
it right.
down the answer very soon. But anyway, let's go on to your game because then you can tell us about this game.
Well, well, yeah. My game against Luke. I did already forget what game one. Oh yeah, game one was Afro versus Uller. Uh,
Oh, Jack just commented before you carry on. No, I don't think he can execute through alt. Well, he's pretty sure he
okay,
can't. I don't think he's tried it out.
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, he's right probably, but like I don't know. Yeah, it's probably bullshit. Anyway, Afro versus Uller. Um, yeah, the game was relatively close actually. Not gonna lie, like, well, not close in the conventional sense. Like it wasn't we were both at Titan that time and Titan sitting and the game was like the game was over fairly short. It was one-sided, but I was still struggling because because of the burst damage Ula did. It was a panic pick, the Afro, gonna be honest, because I saw him pick Ula. I didn't know who to pick, and I just kind of panic picked the Afro because couldn't think of anyone else. It's not the best matchup for Afro, um, and you could clearly see that because at times I did get pushed back pretty badly because Uller does an insane amount of damage on range. So yeah, but in the end, I managed to pull it back, which well, Luke missing a lot of his abilities did contribute to that. So yeah, so much to that game.
Game two.
Then game two was an absolute stomp. We've seen the matchup before. Bakasura versus Soul. I was Bakasura, and I believe I went. I don't know the stat line anymore. Um, I just know that.
You don't need to know the
Actually, let me check.
kills to deaths.
Yeah,
Just,
no, 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 no.
just
I
tell,
know, I
just
know.
tell me it was a
Like,
stump, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a stump, but I believe I ended the game before like 10 minutes or something like that. It was a hard stump. So, but that is because the matchup is just very good for Bakashu because Soul comes online a bit later, obviously because she's a mage, and Bakasura is a very early game based assassin. If he wins the early game, he just snowballs so hard, which he did. So yeah, that did help a lot.
Okay. Now the next game, Aaron versus Jojo. I thought I'd cut you off because I know you could probably go on with that for ages. Yeah.
Huh?
1 second. Luke has finally just started texting.
Oh,
First game
oh,
was Agni versus Apollo. This was a close-up game, very
was
close. I
Aaron
can,
playing the Agni?
yeah, obvious, yeah, he was playing the Agni,
Okay,
and
okay,
Jojo was the Apollo. Like this was a really close game, 7 kills each.
okay. Good one.
Jojo, it was 2-0 to Jojo.
Okay,
Like I'm just gonna say it was 7 kills each. Like this is the like this match you can see like this match was really close. If you go on Gunners Gaming, you'll find out the actual game like that. But
okay.
it was a very good game to watch. Second game wasn't as good. It was a stump from Jojo. Kronos versus Carly. Guess who Jojo played?
Carly.
Correct. I thought you would say Kronos there because Kronos was there.
I hate that card.
But yeah, no, that was a stump. That was a stump. That was
I can imagine. Like, ah, Carly is such an annoying god. She's such
okay.
an annoying god.
And oof, this is actually kind of bad now. You're gonna have to
What?
because guess whose game's up? Yeah.
Oh,
And do you want to know the really sad thing about it?
go ahead.
I don't remember any of the gods we played.
What the hell,
It was
Chris?
me versus Jay, and I don't even remember my own match. I know I play. I'm pretty sure I play. First game, I'm pretty sure was Neath versus Mercury. I'm pretty sure it was like two. Like, it wasn't like close games, but it was like I played well against him, but it was a 2-0 to Jay. No, like you would expect that. If I quickly see how long. It was a 34-minute game. Like, not one game, but for 2 games, it was 34 minutes. You have to admit, that's
Okay,
pretty good.
that is pretty short.
That is not pretty short.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay, how long
two
was your
for
how
two
long was
games.
your video for you versus Luke?
I don't know.
Sorry about this, guys. This is stream, so we can just tell. Oh, wait, please tell me, Jack. You've
Oh
sent
yeah,
me.
I couldn't record that one versus Luke. I forgot
Oh shit, yeah. You're gonna have to go on Luke's.
because yeah, no, but mine versus Aaron was 43 minutes.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that high up, Jack. That just sounds like it was a pretty stomp. Because I'm pretty sure I killed his Mercury a couple of times. At least, I'm hoping. I'm hoping, because if it was really 9 kills to 0 game 1, fucking hell.
Wait, who were you against that Mercury?
Neath.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I know, and it was obvious that I would lose that one, but yay! Sorry about this, guys. Obviously, Eddie, while I'm quickly waiting, you can carry on with your game
No,
versus
I'm not.
Luke
I'm
if you
not
want.
checking. I'm not checking.
I meant talking about it, but fine.
Okay. Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm just waiting for you to sing now. Come on,
What the fuck?
what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Okay, I'm just. Jax asked me to say this. His second kill on me was fucking amazing.
Okay. What was the second kill you?
Please don't ask. I want to forget all of this. I basically got molested by a Mercury.
Well, that sucks.
I have become the tree for Sylvanus. Game 2 was a closer matchup. I'm just gonna say that by the
Okay.
how Jax posted
Gods.
it. Oh,
Gods.
oh no, Jojo versus Aaron. Never mind. No, never mind. The second game for Jojo versus Aaron was 9 kills to 0, and the second kill for Jojo was fucking amazing on Aaron. I did not accidentally say it was for my game because my games were closer. No, seriously, my games were closer. I at least got a couple of kills on both games.
Cool.
I might have not got Phoenix, but I definitely got a couple of kills. Just gonna say that. But I do not remember what I played second game. But that's it. Okay, so standard MVP. Let's move on to that, yeah?
Uh-huh. Start with second division, eh?
No, yeah, it is Division 2. And I will say Jack's now for you to say yours, and then I'll just say mine afterwards, yeah? Jack's
Yeah.
MVP for Division 2 is Randy.
Yeah,
And
mine's Randy as well.
the reason will heartbreak you. Because he won over his rival Cass. He defeated. Oh, it was Medusa versus Apollo. My second game. Jack's just helped me out. Thank you, Jack.
You played Medusa?
Yeah.
You could have won that.
Apollo is very OP.
Yeah, but Medusa beats Apollo.
But when he ults and kills you, like when you're trying to run away, it's kind of hard.
And don't get yourself killed.
Shut the fuck up, Eddie. I didn't have my 3. It was a closer
don't.
game. And
Then don't get low enough to
remember
be
one
altered.
thing, Eddie. Yeah,
Oh,
skill level between me and Jay is massive.
well,
So the
let us
fact that
let's continue with the
also
MVP
Apollo is the
quiz.
best hunter in the game, Eddie. So no, I shouldn't have won that matchup.
Yeah, but not for one v
Prick,
ones.
shut the fuck up.
Not
Apollo's the
for
best
one v
hunter in the game.
ones only. No.
Apollo's the best hunter in the game. Apollo's the best hunter in the game.
Oh,
And Jay is the best player in the league. Ha! Jack, thank you for helping me out. Now shut the fuck up, Eddie, and now let's carry on. So Jack has said Randy, and I've already said his reason why. Now say yours. Bitch.
well, Randy, because he is, well, living the dream. He's black, and and he used to be my scrim partner. Oh, Randy.
I'm just gonna say this. If you say Randy for everyone and then just say because he's black, I'm... No, yes, he is outboxes Medusa. He's Oh, yeah. Jack's just posting saying Apollo is better than Medusa at 1v1. So there you go, Eddie. Get shat on.
No, he isn't. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna. Yeah, well, let's continue.
My MVP is gonna be Randy as well, so you know. Yay. Now MVP for Division 1. Now I'm saying Jack's here. This isn't mine. But Jack said you, Eddie.
Um,
For keeping your momentum.
yay.
That's his only
Sweet.
reason.
Jack.
And Jack's still just posting, yes he is Eddie. Shut up. Karen?
Um, well, I do not know about. I don't know actually. Let me think for a second. MVP. It's gotta be Jack for making his way back because he did get, he did
2-0
lose to
lost
Jay.
like week 1.
Yes, week one.
I'm saying
And
this now, Eddie, yeah?
yeah,
How does it feel being joint first in the league right now?
awesome. Gotta
Like,
kick you
think
off that
about
throne
it.
next week,
So
huh?
far, the only two
Oh no,
people
wait.
yet to score any points.
You're not on that. Yeah.
Excuse me. You had Luke and Aaron. I've had Jay and Luke. Okay,
Well,
yeah. Jack told me to say it as it is. Against Jay, Jack got completely manhandled with his private parts.
um,
Yeah, but remember, the only reason why you're on 6 points right now is because you've had easier opponents, yeah? I had Jay. Play against Jay. Go on then, I dare you.
I will eventually.
Yeah, and
I'll
then
still be
see
ahead
who...
of you because by that time I'll have beaten you.
Eh, watch us like 1-1 now and you'll be like, fuck, I didn't beat you.
Lol.
But yeah,
No.
my MVP is also Jack because, yeah, okay, game 1 he did get molested to smithereens by Jay. But game 2 he brought back his momentum and shoved an Alquang sword up Dean's arse.
Yes. Well, anyway, Chris, let's get to the announcements.
I was hoping for Jack to be back at this point, but I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to announce it if that's okay, Jack. Or should I invite you? Maybe? Jack? Please? Because you're
Just do it,
better.
Chris.
No, the only reason why
Just do
I'm
it,
trying to
Chris.
invite Jack yet is because he knows the details for it. I just know what the announcement is.
Just do it, Chris.
Shut
Just announce it and that's it. Got a bit of a time
Jack,
issue, so.
stop talking about all of the fucking beatings and just tell us about the
Chris,
announcement.
I have got a bit of a time issue, so let's just do it.
That's what happens when you get a German to fucking stream for a while. Oh, I'm joking, Eddie. because that's technically both of us.
Hello?
There we go, Jack! Yay!
How we doing?
Yes.
I'm so touched. I'm so touched. Thanks to the MP, like the mom, dad, for giving me this opportunity. You know, the game. I'd like to thank, Eddie for the motivation.
Well, I am not understanding a word.
I'd like to thank Eddie for his motivation of trying to tell me he's right when he's not. I'd like to thank Chris for his motivation of his slurps. They're very nice. And I'd like to
Can we
thank
get to the actual announcement now?
Carly and Rez for back in the game. Cheers. You did good.
By the way, Eddie, I don't understand how you can't hear Jack. He might have a tight, smite little high-pitched voice at some points, but I can understand him pretty well.
Just get to the announcement. I said I have.
Right, okay. The announcement is the relegations format will be changing to the end of the season. It will not be this. It will not be the same as last year. Last season. Last season was the bottom two from top division played the top two from second division. That's not going to be the same this year. This year it's a gauntlet kind of style.
A what?
6 people will be
Gauntlet.
entering the gauntlet. The bottom 2 from the top division winter and the top 4 from the second division will be entering the gauntlet.
Okay.
So as the gauntlet's going to work, your seeding actually does matter. So it isn't just a matter of fact where if you finish second, it doesn't matter if you finish third because you get the same in second. No, that's not how it works. Second place will have to play one less game than third place from the second division. So, would you like me to start explaining how the gauntlet will work, or would you want me to leave it?
I think you should probably explain it in detail in another episode.
Yes.
I'll just leave it short. I'll leave it short. The bottom seed from the second division, so 4th, will play third. The winner of that will then play the second. The winner of that will play the first, and the winner of that will play the bottom from the top division. And the winner of that will play 7th, and the winner of that gets a spot in the tournament. And you'll do that 4 times over.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. Wasn't this meant to be a simple example? That sounds kind of complicated to me. I might have to rewatch this back a couple of times.
That's the simplest way of putting it. Chris, I've explained this to you fucking thousands of times.
Once, Jack.
No, but I had to explain it about 1,000 times when I was doing it.
Okay, well, that's the announcement, guys.
Later.
Peace out. Oh, God.
Well, Chris.